Hey everyone, welcome back to Smart English Podcast, the podcast that helps you speak English naturally. One real conversation at a time. I'm James.
And I'm Emma. We're so happy you're here.
Let me ask you something. Has anyone ever asked you, "So, what's your daily routine like?" And suddenly, you forgot all the English you knew? Maybe you answered like this. I wake up. I eat breakfast. I go to school. I come home. Those sentences are correct, but they sound more like a checklist than a real conversation.
I know exactly what you mean. I used to answer like that all the time, and after 3 or 4 short sentences, I had nothing else to say. The conversation just stopped.
Exactly. And that's what happens to many English learners. The problem isn't vocabulary. The problem is knowing how to connect your ideas and make your English sound natural. Here's the good news. Talking about your daily routine is one of the easiest English skills to master. You don't need difficult grammar. You don't need long, complicated sentences. You just need a few natural expressions that native speakers use every single day.
So today, we're going to learn how to talk about our day from the moment we wake up until we finally go to bed?
Exactly. We'll learn how to describe your morning routine, talk about school or work, explain what you do in the evening, and even ask other people about their daily routines, so your conversations keep flowing naturally. We'll also practice with real-life conversations, just like native speakers have every day.
I love that, because this is something we talk about all the time, when meeting new people, at school, at work, during English exams, and even in job interviews.
That's absolutely right. And by the end of today's lesson, you'll be able to talk about your daily routine more naturally, more confidently, and without stopping to think about every sentence. So, are you ready to improve your everyday English? All right. Let's start with the first part of the day. Your morning routine. This is one of the most common topics in everyday English. People often ask, "What time do you usually wake up?" Or, "What's your morning routine like?" Many English learners answer like this. I wake up at 7. There's nothing wrong with that. But native speakers usually make it sound a little more natural. Instead, you can say, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. Or, I normally wake up around 7. Or even, I tend to wake up early during the week. Words like usually, normally, often, around, and tend to make your English sound much more natural and conversational.
I can already hear the difference. Those little words make the sentence sound much smoother.
Exactly. Now let's connect your routine step by step. Instead of saying, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I eat breakfast, try linking your ideas together. For example, the first thing I do is make my bed. After that, I brush my teeth and wash my face. Then I take a shower and get dressed. Before I leave the house, I have breakfast. Finally, I head to school or work. See how everything flows naturally? That's how real conversations sound. Emma, what's your morning routine like?
I usually wake up at around 6:30. The first thing I do is make my bed. After that, I brush my teeth and wash my face. Then I take a shower, get dressed, and have breakfast with my family. Before I leave the house, I always make sure I have my phone, my wallet, and my keys. If I have a few extra minutes, I like to listen to music on the way to school.
That sounds like a great routine. Do you always wake up that early?
Most of the time, yes, but on weekends, I usually sleep a little longer.
Did you notice something? Emma didn't use complicated grammar. She simply connected one idea to the next. That's the secret to sounding fluent.
I really like that. Instead of giving short answers, I'm telling a story about my morning.
Exactly. And that's what makes conversations interesting. Instead of saying, I wake up at 7, try saying, I usually wake up around 7 o'clock. Instead of, I eat breakfast. Try. After that, I usually have breakfast with my family. Instead of, I go to school. Try. Then I head to school and start my day. Small changes make a big difference. Yes, everything looks good. Exactly. And we've only finished the morning. Next, let's talk about your afternoon routine and learn how to describe the rest of your day like a native speaker. Awesome! We've talked about your morning. Now let's move on to the afternoon. This is where many English learners run out of things to say. They say, I get home. I eat lunch. I study. Those sentences are correct, but they sound a little too simple. Let's make them sound more like a real conversation.
I'm curious. How can we do that?
It's actually very easy. Instead of giving short answers, add a little more detail. For example, I usually get home around 3 o'clock. The first thing I do is wash my hands and have lunch. After lunch, I like to relax for a while. Then I start my homework. If I finish early, I spend some time reading, exercising, or watching YouTube. See? Now your routine sounds natural and much more interesting. Emma, what do you usually do after school?
I usually get home at around 3 o'clock. The first thing I do is wash my hands and have lunch with my family. After that, I take a short break. Then I finish my homework. If I have some free time, I like listening to music, reading a book, or watching an English podcast.
That sounds like a productive afternoon. Do you ever spend time with your friends?
Sometimes I do, if it's the weekend, or if I don't have too much homework. We meet at the park, or chat online for a while.
That sounds like a nice balance between studying and relaxing. Did you notice something? Emma used simple connecting phrases like, the first thing I do, after that, then, if I have some free time. These small expressions make your English flow naturally, just like a real conversation.
I really like that. Instead of sounding like a list, my routine sounds like a story.
Exactly, and that's one of the biggest differences between textbook English and everyday English. Instead of saying, I study, try saying, after lunch, I usually spend a couple of hours studying. Instead of, I watch TV, try, if I have some free time, I like watching TV to relax. Instead of, I play football, try. In the afternoon, I sometimes play football with my friends. Simple changes. Natural English.
I'm starting to feel much more confident. Talking about my daily routine doesn't seem difficult anymore.
Exactly. And we're not finished yet. Next, we'll talk about your evening and nighttime routine and learn how to finish your story naturally. We've talked about your morning and your afternoon. Now let's finish the day by talking about your evening and night routine. This is usually the time when people relax, spend time with their family, finish any remaining work, and get ready for the next day. Many English learners say things like, I eat dinner, I watch TV, I go to bed. Those sentences are correct, but they sound a little too simple. Let's make them sound more natural.
I'm ready. How can I improve them?
The secret is, add a little more detail and connect your ideas. For example, I usually have dinner with my family around 7 o'clock. After dinner, we sit together and talk about our day. Later in the evening, I like to watch YouTube or read a few pages of a book. Before going to bed, I prepare everything I need for the next day. I usually go to bed at around 10:30 because I like getting enough sleep. See the difference? You're not just listing activities. You're telling the story of your evening, of, Emma, What does your evening usually look like?
I usually have dinner with my family at around 7 o'clock. After dinner, we spend some time talking about our day. Then I finish any homework I still have. If I have a little free time, I enjoy watching YouTube, listening to music, or reading a good book. Before I go to bed, I brush my teeth, set my alarm, and get my bag ready for the next morning. I usually go to sleep at around 10:30.
That sounds like a healthy routine. Do you ever use your phone before going to sleep?
Sometimes, but I try not to spend too much time on it. I sleep much better when I put my phone away early.
That's a great habit. Getting enough sleep helps you feel fresh, focused, and ready for a new day. Did you notice something? Emma connected every part of her routine using simple words like, after dinner, then, if I have a little free time, before I go to bed. These small connectors make your English sound smooth, natural, and easy to follow. Instead of saying, I watch TV, try saying, after dinner I usually watch TV for about an hour to relax. Instead of, I sleep at 10, try, I usually go to bed at around 10 because I like getting enough sleep. Instead of, I brush my teeth, try, before going to bed, I always brush my teeth and set my alarm for the next morning. Small details make a big difference.
I never realized talking about my daily routine could be this easy. Now I know how to make it sound natural, without using difficult English.
Exactly. And now it's time to put everything together in one complete conversation. After that, we'll finish with a quick review. Today's pocket words. And a fun speaking challenge for you. Hey Emma, how's your day been so far?
It's been really good. A little busy, but very productive. How about you?
Pretty good. I always enjoy busy days. So, what's your daily routine usually like?
Well, I usually wake up at around 6:30 in the morning. The first thing I do is make my bed. After that, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and take a shower. Then I have breakfast with my family, get ready, and leave for school.
That sounds like a great way to start the day. What do you usually do after school?
When I get home, I usually have lunch with my family. Then I take a short break. After that, I finish my homework. If I have some free time, I enjoy reading, listening to music, or watching English videos online. What about you?
My routine is a little different. After work, I usually go for a walk, spend some quality time with my family, and read a few pages of a book before bed. I also try to avoid using my phone too much at night, because it helps me sleep better.
I like that. Having a daily routine really helps you stay organized and makes every day feel more productive.
I completely agree. And when you talk about your daily routine in English, remember, don't just list your activities. Connect your ideas, add small details, and speak naturally. That's what makes your English sound fluent. Before we finish, let's quickly review today's lesson. When someone asks about your daily routine, don't answer with only short sentences. Instead, tell your day like a story. Use natural connectors like, the first thing I do is, after that, then, later, in the evening, before I go to bed, finally. These simple expressions make your English sound smooth, natural, and easy to understand.
And don't forget, small details make a big difference. Instead of saying, I have breakfast, try saying, I usually have breakfast with my family before leaving for school. Instead of, I study, say, after lunch, I usually spend a couple of hours studying. That's how everyday conversations sound.
Now it's time for today's pocket words. Routine The things you regularly do every day. I have a morning routine before school. Productive, using your time in a useful way. Today was a productive day. Habit, something you do regularly, often without thinking. Reading before bed is a healthy habit.
Now it's your turn. Tomorrow, try talking about your daily routine in English for 1 full minute. Describe your morning, your afternoon, and your evening. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just keep speaking. Every sentence you say brings you 1 step closer to fluency.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give this video a like, subscribe to Smart English Podcast, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new English lesson.
Next time, we'll help you master another real-life English conversation with practical expressions, useful vocabulary, and speaking tips you can use immediately.
Until then, take care of yourself. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep speaking English with confidence. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next episode of Smart English Podcast. Goodbye.